Hi, everyone. This is the 8-Bit Couch, and I'm Chris, your nerd and geek host with the most lame intros. Uh, so tonight we rant half asleep about we were half asleep. Not gonna lie to you, we started recording this just out of fucking nowhere. Right after we finished ranting about Endgame, and it was like maybe 2 in the morning. I was exhausted. But then we started talking, and the conversation was going pretty well. So I said, screw it. Let me record this too. So this is what came out of it. Anyways, I didn't want to, you know, uh, keep you guys away from these dumb shenanigans, even though a lot of the stuff is inaccurate, and I apologize, right? Um, but hopefully it's still entertaining for you guys to go ahead and either make fun of us or agree or disagree with us about what we thought about the movie. My girlfriend, Caitlin, she actually, um, was so mad with what I thought about the movie after we both saw it that like I felt like she was gonna break up with me for a second because she loves Tony Stark. She just loves that guy so much, and she's told me, and we have an agreement, right? If Robert Downey Jr. ever just like kind of like walks up to her and tells her, "Hey, Caitlin, I love you, marry me," she has permission to break up with me, and even if we're married, she is allowed to divorce me. Of course, the kids stay with me. I think that's what she also requested, but that makes sense. Anyways, um, one last thing, guys, before I go ahead and put on these guys. It's gonna be Fabio and Ivan again. We're on Twitter. Yeah, so please look for us at 8BitCouch, all together, one word. 8BitCouch. We're on Twitter. Just go ahead and hit that follow so that you're up to date with our shit. And yeah, that's about it. So here's say Ivan and Fabio.
I guess we can
So,
talk about Avengers.
starting with the
Just
fact that I couldn't be emotionally available to cry because the movie was spoiled to me.
What do you
I
mean,
oh
can
my,
only.
Avengers? Oh yeah, dude. Well, that's your fault. Like, come on. Like you should have not been looking at Facebook. We all completely cut off of social media. I wasn't even looking at Reddit, and I literally live, breathe, and eat Reddit.
Oh
you
yeah, it
know,
was.
just really quick, my dad actually spoiled it to me. You seen Avengers, right?
Yeah, dude.
And I'm
Yes,
I'm
we've
just
all
gonna
seen
tell you
it.
what my dad. I'm just gonna spoil it to whoever has not seen it and
Go
whoever
ahead.
listens
Go ahead. I will allow it.
to the house. And my dad comes to my house and he's like, "Yeah, so Iron Man dies in the movie in Avengers." I'm like, okay. Why are you telling me this? Oh, because someone at work told me about it, and I thought you didn't like the movie, so I told you about it. I'm like, actually, I like the movie. And he's like,
Scumbag dad.
and he's like, oh well, I don't like the movie, so whatever. I'm like, oh well, you just told me the pretty much the ending of the movie, so
Thanks, Dad.
I
Appreciate it.
mean, if they
so I knew
wanted,
you.
there's several ways of how to bring Tony Stark back, but I know it's just they just were. He was done with the movies. He was done with being an Iron Man. That's why.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's time for them to move on, and I think it's time for
It's because
us
what I've
on.
been wanted is the crossover, a crossover between the
Who?
Avengers and X Men.
The crossover.
Well,
The crossover.
happen. Well,
The crossover.
now that
That's
Disney bought it, maybe.
yeah, they will, but that's not on their faces right now because they already released that they're like for the next phase four. They're gonna have 8 movies, and of course, they haven't talked about anything about what new movies are. But I know, of course, they're gonna come out with Black Panther 2, um, what's Doctor Strange 2, Captain Marvel 2, and the
There's
other
the
ones I don't know.
Spider-Man, the Away from
Well,
Home.
actually, Spider Man is the last movie of Phase 3.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
Well, You know.
Spider-Man is the last movie of Phase 3. But it's just they were gonna retire all like it's just like we're talking about like the Avengers. They're always been alive because of the freaking comics. Like the comics, it's running for years. But I mean, actors they cannot play the same role. They're getting older.
I mean, yes, it's true, but then again, there's also CG, and they could just like create them to look young and beautiful or whatever.
But like for example, the arc from Captain America, I think they did a great job. How they ended up the story for Captain America, or what they
Oh
did
no! Don't
to
get
it.
me started with that stupid story because there's a
Apparently, I
whole
didn't
thing.
like it.
No. I didn't like it, but because it contradicts what they explain about it. Remember that you
Well,
couldn't change the past. Like I mean, you
you
could say
know,
like, and it's stupid. He time
yeah, I
traveled
totally
to the
agree on.
past. How the hell he stay in the past
I'm,
and
I'm, oh,
on his timeline he's old?
what you're saying, I totally agree on that. I just said that I like the fact that they ended up the arc from Captain America,
No,
but I
I
totally
didn't
agree on
like
that
it because
they messed up the timeline.
he contradicts of what they actually mean. They talked about that
Yeah,
you couldn't change the
I think
past.
they didn't put it
The
that way.
present.
They can say they have a multiverse, kind of like in Spider-Man or
Yeah, well,
something.
and that's what's gonna be on Spider-Man. They're gonna be talking about a multiverse, which I think it's still a BS because it's Mysterio. So
But I mean, hold on, guys. You're talking about multiverses, but in the movie, they even talk about how it was the same universe, but a different timeline.
story. Okay,
I mean, that was the whole. So yes, I agree with you. The Captain America thing was stupid because technically, right, in their universe, right, in their storyline, in their timeline, uh, Peggy, is that the name of
Yeah.
Captain America's crush?
yeah, Captain.
She marries some other,
Some
yeah, Captain America's.
no, what's Agent Carter, but Peggy Carter or something like that.
Yeah. So she marries some other dude, has 2 kids, and so by him staying, that means that never happened. That means that
Well,
he married
here's the
her.
other thing that just Marvel released about that part. Why they didn't talk about it a lot? It's because apparently now they're fitting this of Steve Rogers staying in the past because the person who she marries is actually Steve Rogers. They didn't say it, but now they actually confirm it that the person they talked to you about Peggy Carter marrying to, it was actually Steve Rogers.
Oh, so they made it seem like it was some other dude that
I'm not sure.
Captain America supposedly saved, but in reality, it was just a cover.
Yeah.
Oh, who said that? How did that come out?
They last week I read it on another website that they finally they were trying to answer some of these what they call all these questions, all these plot holes. They were trying to actually answer some of them. And one of them is that they were talking about, yeah, well, didn't she marry another guy? Well, no, the actual person that she married, even though people didn't know it, it was actually Steve Rogers, but they didn't say it.
Well, and he also creates his own great.
Yeah, that's part of it. He is the great niece.
Yeah, like that's messed up. And all those things he should have done, like kind of like back in the future stuff, like, oh, this feels weird or something.
That's the other. I did actually caught that. I was like, well, is that amazing? Like he's actually kissing the great niece. Is that the
Yeah,
case?
yeah, something like that. So yeah, I totally agree on that. But Chris, before we continue, do you like how the Captain America arc ended?
No, not really. I think it was pretty stupid, but it is what it is,
It is.
I get it. They had to end it, somehow, and that's the best way they could do it.
But think
I
about it.
mean,
If they wanted it, they can still bring it back. Remember how in the movie Scott what's his name? Ant-Man Scott, what's his name?
Scott Lang.
I don't
Scott
know.
Lang?
Yeah, Lang. I think.
Lang. Oh yeah, Scott Lang. He time travel and come back old. and then come back young. So
I guess you're right.
if
I
they
mean,
ever
yeah, they
wanted
can
to,
definitely bring him back. I mean, I understand that if they really wanted to, but I don't think. I think what they want to
no,
do
he's
at
done.
this point is they want to like pass it down to Falcon or
Yeah,
whatever.
it was Falcon. They wanna go with the new Avengers actually, where the daughter, the daughter of Hawkeye is the new Hawkeye, and that's actually another thing that's gonna happen in the future.
Well, I mean, that's why we
But
see her shooting with the bow and
Yeah,
doing a badass job.
yeah,
but she's not that old either, so that's gonna take several years to happen.
but here's one thing that I found that a little sad that I read. It was a deleted scene that happened. You seen on the Avengers Infinity War after Thanos snapped his fingers, he travels into like this water place where he meets a daughter. What's his name? The one that he kills,
Oh,
Gamora?
Gamora, yeah.
Gamora. So he travels, I guess, in his mind or something. Like he's talking when she's a child, and that he's finally gonna rest. And the deleted scene that happened in the Avengers here is the same thing was gonna happen to Tony Stark. Actually, he was gonna actually meet his daughter, 15 years older, and they were gonna talk, and that was gonna be his closing thing. That he sees how the daughter grows up. But the reason they deleted that scene, and the worst thing is that they hired this actress and they had the scene, because it created a lot of confusion. They just didn't actually put it because they didn't know what it was, who she was, and that's stupid. I think it was a really good way to close a
I
Tony
think
Stark
too, because then she
story.
can become the new Iron Man.
Yeah, because that's part of the story. Like on the other comics, that she's the new Iron Man.
Well, there's already a new Iron Man, and it is a girl. I believe she's half black, half Latino. Same thing with Miles Morales, who
Yeah.
is basically the new
That's
mantle
the comic,
for
no?
Spider-Man.
But isn't it on the Spider? It's a different universe.
Yeah.
Well, in the animation, yeah, he's one of the universes, correct? But my understanding is that that's who ends. There's also gonna be a movie with Miles Morales within the
Oh,
same universe.
where right now? Like with
That's gonna
acting?
be, yeah, acting real people, correct?
What? Well, that'll
Yeah.
be very interesting. Actually, I would like to see that.
It's gonna be that guy, the black kid from from college, who's also a hip hop artist. What's his
Oh,
name?
what's his name? Childish Bambino, but I don't know the.
Yeah, Childish Gambino, that guy.
What?
Yeah, that guy's gonna be
The
Miles
one that
Morales.
America or something like
But
that?
he already came up on the movie of the Spider Man, the Homecoming. He
Wait,
already
oh, so that's who? Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, then I don't know.
they
I had heard
wanted
that they
him.
were.
They wanted him, but and he wanted it too. But at the very end, they just because he already came out on this movie that he's not gonna be on as Miles Morales.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, he could technically be there because in the movie Multiverse, there is a Spider-Man and also
Yeah.
Morales. No?
I thought Homecoming. He comes out in Homecoming though, right?
Yeah, he does. He has one of the guys that he's a not a bad guy, but that's one of the person that he interrogates to find out more information on where the guns were purchased or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know.
That
But coming,
I
but
remember that he like do the spider web up on his hand and it's stuck in the hood or he's drunk and that's where they just like asking questions and he just tells them about something. I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie.
well, kind of dragging us back from
Yeah.
Spider-Man back to Endgame, right? What about that? So I see how everybody now is everybody's jumping in. I get it.
yes, we're living in a new world where we're being more progressive, and I can definitely appreciate it. And I love when people definitely empower women. I'm all down for that. But when they make it so obvious, to me, it's kind of insulting. So that whole scene where it's like all the ladies just kind of have that cameo, you know?
Have, have you have you asked?
It was unnecessary. It was
Well,
really necessary.
I thought at the beginning like you guys did, and then I asked my girlfriend. I asked her, "Hey, so how do you feel with that scene?" And she was like, "I enjoyed the scene." She told me like she actually liked it a lot,
Okay,
and maybe for us, we feel it in a different way
okay,
than
it's
women.
a different point of view.
But
Yes.
see, my girlfriend saw that and was like, "That's ridiculous." Like,
Oh,
like, oh, okay, so their Marvel is covered now. Like, oh, they gave us a female scene, where everybody's looking all badass and empowered,
And they have to,
So
and they
you're
have
covered,
to put
check,
Mantis.
like
Mantis doesn't do shit.
oh my
exactly.
God, she doesn't say.
That's why I thought it was ridiculous. What is she gonna do? Mantis can do shit. She's gonna get killed. That's what I was like. That's why I thought that scene was unnecessary because they just grabbed every single one of the females and they put her in there, even if it was Mantis, who realistically can't do shit unless she's touching
So
people.
maybe what you could do if we ever get anyone to listen to this, you should make a survey and say, do you,
Definitely.
you
No,
know,
I'm setting up our social media. So of course, people can definitely give us an opinion of what they think. Was it necessary? Was it unnecessary? Was it just kind of like one of those like, okay, we put some girls in the movie, check. What's next? Now let's put some gay people,
well,
check. Let's
no,
put some minorities, check.
like, do you feel like, because there's some movies that you actually get goosebumps because, you feel like, oh, there is a good guy coming. Kind of like whenever it's Lord of the Rings and you have the Helm
Right.
Speed fight. And
Right,
I
right,
don't know
right.
if
Like
Gandalf scene-
that climatic moment. Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about? Like
yeah, yeah.
that
You get me,
that
right?
climax? Yeah, yeah. I understand what you're saying, but that wasn't a climax
No,
moment.
no,
A
I know.
climax moment for me was when like Thanos is kicking the shit out of Captain, and then out of nowhere, right behind him, fucking Black Panther comes out, with like a bunch of other people to back him
Oh,
out. That for me was like,
that's
oh,
that's
you
kind of
fucking
like
Jesus.
Gandalf moment. Yeah, I totally agree on that.
That was
But
a
Yeah,
nerd
that's a Gandalf moment, dude. That's definitely Gandalf moment.
yeah, but what I'm
But
trying to say is
not
that
the female whole thing like that.
whenever the survey put it like that,
Everybody was like literally so excited about that scene. I mean, they overdid it with all the other background fighters because they took a lot of because they didn't focus on the other one, it, and that's I didn't like the part like they had all the soldiers and everything. They just could have just stick
well,
with like a one-on-one fight between Thanos and like his other generals and them, and that would be perfect. They just overdid it on that fight, to be
well,
honest.
the thing is that it's a movie, 3 hour movie. If they actually try to put everything together, it's gonna be like maybe a 5 hour, 6 hour movie. So
I wouldn't mind staying five
well,
hours to watch
uh,
that
Shut up.
with an intermission or something like that. At least I don't care.
I
no,
mean,
no,
I know you don't care, but a lot of people would not want to watch it. Like the diehard Marvel, your usual geek and nerd will definitely, yes, you're
yeah.
right. We'll probably watch a 5 hour long movie, but like, sadly, at this point, Marvel has turned mainstream, and the mainstream crowd is not going to sit down 5 hours to watch a movie. But I was actually satisfied with the movie, with the fight scene. The whole fight thing was actually pretty good. Again, my complaints on that whole unnecessary montage of just the females for that moment.
Oh my god!
Now,
I think that was one of the least parts. About the fighting parts, the fact that the evil guys, the four
the
uh
generals kind of like, or
generals from
his
Canada,
lieutenants.
they
Yeah.
they didn't have any minutes on the movie or anything like that.
They were not like in here. They didn't do shit.
Yeah, exactly. So honestly, I wish I had more time to enjoy how they fight again. Because on the other movie, I actually enjoy a lot the fighting scenes from them.
a lot of people actually say that the Infinity War was actually so much better than this one.
Yeah, I totally agree on that.
I don't know. I will love this one just because of all the people, but I just didn't like the storyline. I guess it's just I wanted more action, and I wish I would stick more into uh, right away getting a hold on or reviving the people and they having to fight. I don't, or maybe I'm wrong. It's just I think it was just this. What I understand is that they needed to do all this because this is a closing point for all these veteran actors, and that's why they had all these like really mellow parts where they were talking about and just kind of like Tony Stark didn't want to help because he just didn't want to change his present and stuff like that.
Right. I mean, who wants to risk a perfect present, dude? Like he had his wife, he had the daughter. They were happy. Everything was great. And here comes this dude basically saying, hey, we can bring everybody back, but we can maybe risk the fact that you might lose all this amazing, heaven-like world that you got.
I have a question for you.
Oh, my God.
What actually for this movie to happen?
What cost this movie? What cost?
Well, like for everything to be able to be done, like on the for them to be able to time travel and everything. Who was the hero? Who caused for this movie to happen?
I mean, Ant-Man, technically.
Yes, but go one step behind him. How did he got out?
Oh, dude! The fucking rat.
It was the rat.
The rat is the real hero of Endgame because without that rat stepping on that fucking shit, whatever that was, and literally freeing Ant-Man, there would have been no movie. They would have just killed Thanos, and that's it.
You know, I saw now that you said something like that on the trailer because I was watching before the movie came out. People that were analyzing the trailers, there was a scene where on the trailer. You can see
we're not expecting that one.
Little town inside the molecular zone that Ant-Man is located. I forgot, but if you have a chance, go see a review from the trailers. And there is a small little town that actually controls the time and space or something like that. Really interesting. And I thought they were gonna do something like that in that movie.
That he was gonna get out of there because of a timer. Is that what you're talking about?
No, there was I forgot. There's another guy in the DC in the Marvel comics.
So basically something fake to throw people off from knowing that in reality the real Endgame hero here is the rat.
Well, whenever you have a chance, just look at analyzing the trailer.
You want me to look for something that you don't remember what it is about? Why don't you find through your history of YouTube videos and send me?
Now,
during lunchtime.
Did you got a nerdgasm when Captain America was able to hold a hammer?
Oh my God, dude! Everybody in the movie theater lost their shit. Oh my everybody God, that was like a synchronized. Oh my! Everybody lost their. Everybody just blew their. It was like sperm everywhere, like cum everywhere. Just everybody was just coming in their pants in that moment when he fucking grabbed.
That was the scene. That was the $1 million scene. That it caused everybody to be super I love that scene.
For me, it was alright. I guess it wasn't that big.
Actually, there was a lot of websites. You notice how he actually time travels with the hammer? People were saying oh no, that's his new weapon. But my theory was that he was actually returning the hammer to the timeline, and I was correct. They actually did confirm.
He did return
he did return the hammer to the timeline. Imagine on that time when he was gonna be hammerless Thor, he would have gotten his ass kicked.
He would have gotten his ass kicked on a lot of things. He would have ruined a lot of shit for sure.
But they actually changed the timeline because 2014, they actually killed 2014 Thanos. So what's gonna be happening to that timeline?
Shit. shit, monkey. Well, no, it's the same timeline, dude. It's the same timeline. That's why he had to go return all the stones so it wouldn't create different universes and different timelines.
It's no one thing. It's a universe, which is the same universe, and I agree with you.
Okay.
But it's a timeline.
But the timeline is still the same. That's why the Grandmaster explained it.
Exactly. You change something and it creates a separate timeline. So now it becomes like two separate, like a universe in a way.
But that's why you had to come back and return things so it wouldn't create those gaps.
Exactly. They come back to try and fix that part, but they killed 2014 Thanos.
So the future should change.
They create a separate timeline for 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you're right. And also Loki's free.
And Loki's free, so that's another timeline that they created by accident.
So technically, at least for sure, 3 different timelines were created.
Yeah, that's just
which
three ripples, universes, however you understand it, right? Three different somethings were created by those 3 different actions.
And you heard that they actually have that they're coming out with a Loki spin-off series
yeah.
So I guess that's her explanation how he's alive because of how they changed the timeline. But I don't know if it's gonna.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be related to the story at all anymore because it's a different timeline. Unless they find a way to put it together to present time.
No, I don't think it's going to be related to present time. It's probably, they say that it's pretty much going to be a series about Loki where he's the main role, right, of the series. Also, guys, 2 things. Hawkeye.
Oh,
MVP.
that was awesome.
Hawkeye, a real MVP. That guy. Wow.
I love the character a lot.
He definitely pulled this one off because on the first Avengers, I mean, he was horrible.
Yeah, no, he made up with this one for sure.
Besides being a bad guy at the first half of the movie, I didn't like that. And then on the second one, on the Age of Ultron, he kind of sucked. And in this one, he redeemed himself. He was a better.
Yeah.
He was a really dark Hawkeye, but he was pretty cool.
Oh, he was running. He wasn't in Hawkeye anymore.
Yeah, but I like that whole ninja him, whatever the fuck he was. But I think there was what's it called? There. So my understanding, there's a comic where he does go kind of evil. And Black Widow brings him back, which does kind of happen in the movie pretty much. So it kind of stayed true there to the comics.
There's one thing that I like about a comic, a Hawkeye comic, is when I guess there's a universe where Hawkeye, he's like a really old Hawkeye, and he's blind. And he's one of the last.
I like it when Hawkeye is blind because
he's the last.
Suck enough.
He's one of the last remaining Avengers.
Blind.
A blind Hawkeye. He's one of the last remaining Avengers, and he's teaming up with Wolverine. And it's a pretty cool story. I remember seeing
Hawkeye if he's blind. Is he more like Blind Eye?
Wow. Well, that I remember on that comic, he's actually pretty badass because he's still pretty accurate. But I mean, he's blind, so I don't know.
Pretty accurately blind.
Pretty blindly accurately.
The other thing, dude, and it pisses me off is this one really does kind of tick me off is Captain Marvel doesn't get enough love, man. No. Let's. I mean, come on, man. The fucking chick fought toe to toe with Thanos and literally made him, her bitch.
She still got her ass kicked, and she deserved it for being so really cocky.
Oh, she was cocky, but then she got him back again, man. And even Thanos was like, "What the fuck?" But I mean,
but you know who's stronger than Captain Marvel, though? Who's the only one that caused him ask for help?
What?
On the movie, Thanos was fighting someone, and he asked for help because he couldn't.
Thor.
No. At the time, it was Scarlet
Yeah, I remember
Witch.
he said
Scarlet Witch has always been known to be the most powerful Avenger.
Oh, Scarlet Witch. That is true.
She's even stronger than Captain Marvel because her powers are limitless, and she's the one that can literally, if she
But
wants,
same thing
and they
for
want it to-
Captain Marvel. She can
No.
literally do. She can go through space, travel through time. I don't think she's. I don't think
But
she has
she-
like the.
She got her ass kicked. She like Thanos was able to still.
That's because she got cocky.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you called it, but I mean, she goes again against him, and then she fucking twists him down, man.
Yeah, but like, you see how he actually had to ask what they call it, a rain or what? When he asked
because I
Fire
he
Will.
got- see that's where he got cocky. That's where Thanos got cocky, and he was getting his ass kicked because he wasn't expecting that she was gonna fucking be. He wasn't expecting for her to be that strong, and so that's why he fucking got his. He was getting his ass kicked and had to ask for help. So cockiness, moral of the story, guys: don't get cocky, or Scarlet Witch is gonna kick your ass. That's basic.
And they were talking about the reason why they didn't do a lot of Captain Marvel in this movie. It's because she was like a newcomer. They needed to like leave this space for the veterans that they're gonna actually say goodbye to, and that's the reason that we didn't have more Captain Marvel in
That
the
makes
movie.
sense.
Yeah, but like I don't know, man. Like she's such a badass. I mean, in her own movie, I mean, she fucking demolished this fleet and like even made Ronan run away like a little bitch. And in this movie too, like when you're having the fight and all the cannons from the ship stop fighting at the people and instead start fighting firing at something else. I mean, and just destroys that ship like nothing. Even Thanos is like, what the fuck just happened? This fucking little girl just fucking wiped my fucking big ass ship. Like it was nothing. I don't know. I think just Captain Marvel didn't get like more love than she did. I think she just deserved more love. Now, if you want to support females, support Captain Marvel. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. How about Professor Hulk?
Professor Hulk. I have nothing bad or good. Fabio?
Well, I could have done
They
more.
made him into a wimp, and I wanted to see some revenge. You see how he was a wimp on Infinity War? I was expecting to be like really upset and everything and kick Thanos' ass, and he didn't had a moment. He didn't actually fought.
Yeah, no, he was a wimp.
That's why I'm like, I mean, I'm glad that the Hulk and the Banner kind of like had this whole moment, and now that he's Dr. Hulk,
Professor
Hulk, sorry. But
I was expecting that. To be honest, even before I was already waiting. It's like Hulk is gonna do his comeback because he's been a wimp and pussy and like freaking Infinity War, and no, it didn't happen.
Meh. The Hulk, comparing him to, I guess, Thor, Scarlet Witch, and Captain Marvel, he's not that big. He's not that powerful looking anymore. He's not the most powerful Avenger or strongest Avenger. He's. I mean, at the beginning, yeah, they make the Hulk look terrifying, especially that scene at the first Avengers movie when he Black Widow's running away from the Hulk after it got loose in the ship from. Yeah, man, from Shield. That's terrifying. Imagine, having the Hulk running at your ass at full fucking speed. You don't know where to go to. That's fucking terrifying. But I mean, now that we have all these other Titans, other like very powerful Marvel characters, I guess he just seems so insignificant at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my thoughts on Endgame.
Even Ant-Man had like a better like scenes during that huge war.
And see, there, Ant-Man and Wasp definitely seem to have been more committed to the fight and did a whole lot more damage than the Hulk for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But all right, guys, well, appreciate it. Thank you for your thoughts on Endgame. It was a interesting movie, but I'm a little bit disappointed by it still. Things still don't make sense to me, but it is what it is. It's kind of like what Game of Thrones was, just a
I
disappointment.
haven't seen Game of Thrones. I heard it was really bad.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
I will not tell you guys, but maybe next time we talk about that. But
Is it that bad?
oh my God.
Well, I was watching the series. Just yeah, I didn't see the last.
You want to talk about it? I will talk about it.
No. We'll wait until you guys catch up and finish it off, and
Oh,
then
I
we'll
never
talk
seen any
about it.
episodes,
Wait.
dude.
No.
But yeah, no. Thank you, Chris, for join us. Not joining us, but like
Inviting
Thank
us.
you guys for
time
joining.
to bringing us together.
No problem, buddy. Thank you so much, guys, and you guys have a good night.
So, Riri Williams was who I was talking about. She is supposed to be the new mantle of Iron Man. I've looked at some of the illustrations and they look amazing. They look great. I mean, wow. I would seriously pay to go see a movie with Riri Williams. I am curious as to who they would cast. There's a lot of strong female, Black, African American, or Latino women who could definitely pull Riri Williams just fine. I would love to hear from somebody to tell me what their thoughts on who would be able to cast an amazing Riri Williams for a new Iron Man movie. Realistically, yeah, I know we probably won't see that in maybe at least another 4-6 years. I don't know what Marvel's plans are. But yeah, I'm just kind of hopeful for that. Anyways, appreciate you guys listening in tonight. Again, don't forget we're on Twitter and on Instagram. Again, just search for that at 8BitCouch. You'll be able to find us quickly. And thank you so much. Have a good night.